Hey, it's Kev from Blender Bits. In this video, we're going to go over how to save your work and how to bring in or append work from other scenes that you create. Alright? Sounds a little sketchy. Just bear with me and you'll understand this once the video is over. Alright, let's go. So what I want to do first is I'm going to go ahead in this scene and I'm just going to go and create a cube, move it over, create a cone, create a sphere, and maybe create Suzanne. Alright? And say I'm happy with this and I just went and created this scene and I want to save it. Okay, I want to save my work. Just like most other programs in Windows or Mac or whatever you're using, Linux, you go over here to File, and you say Save or Save As. Okay, and I created a little folder on my C drive called Blender Files. Okay, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say, instead of Untitled, I'm just going to say Mess. Okay, mess.blend. Now, .blend is the Blender file that we are going to be working with. That's Blender's native file format. Okay, so I'm going to hit Save as Blender File. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go File, New, Reload Startup File. Sure, okay, whatever. Now, say I create another scene. Okay, so now in this scene, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a grid. There we go. And I'll just make it big. Okay, this will kind of be a floor. And I'll go File, Save As, and I'll just call this Floor. Or whatever. Doesn't have to be floor, but I'm just going to do that. Floor. Now, I can bring in all of the stuff that I created in that other scene directly into this scene without destroying the other scene. So I can go, or what I can do is I can create a new scene. Let's do that. That's better. Let's do that. File, New, Reload Startup. So now I have a blank scene, and I'm just going to go ahead and bring in stuff from those other scenes. So I'm going to go File, and there's this little word here called Append. All right? You hit Append, and now I have Floor, and I have Mess. So let's bring in the floor first. So I'm going to double click on Floor. Okay? And I'm going to say Object. Okay, now this is the blend file. Blend file will give you all of these different folders inside that .blend file. It's kind of a package that contains folders. So I'm going to go to Object, and I'm going to say Bring in Grid. Okay, Append from Library. So you hit Append from Library. Boom. So I'm in my new scene, but I'm using the grid from the other scene, and now the grid shows up in my scene. I can do File, okay, Append, or hit Shift F1, either one. I can go to, let's go up to Mess, okay, and then go down into Object, and I can select Cone. I can hold down Shift and select Cube, and I can hold down Control and select Sphere, or actually Shift and select Sphere, and Shift and select Suzanne. Append from Library. Boom. Now these guys are also in my scene, and they all come in as separate objects. So now I'm working on a completely new scene that I haven't saved yet, but I have all of these objects that I created in different scenes. So you can start seeing the power of this in keeping your scenes and keeping your work organized. Say you're building a video game and you have characters that you want to bring into your scene and test. You can create each of your characters in a separate blend file, and then you can bring them in to an environment file that you're creating, or put it all together to see how it works. Does that make sense? Okay, you can even go ahead and do File, Save As, and you can create this and just call it Everything. Everything together. And hit Save as Blend File. Boom. So now you can go File, Open, and you can say Mess, and that'll just open this scene. You could do File, Open, Floor, and that'll just be this scene, or File, Open, Everything together, and you get everything together. And those other scenes are perfectly untouched. So, I hope that gives you a glimpse, a very basic glimpse into how we work with saving and appending your work. So like every other video, I suggest you go and you play with that and kind of understand how it works. If you need to watch the video a few times, go for it. If you need to comment and ask me questions, go for it. I'll do my best to answer. But really go ahead and kind of play with this and see how it works, and you'll start understanding this more. If you got anything out of this, please hit like or subscribe, and I will definitely keep making more of these. Thanks.